Hi there, my name is Wendy Aldaman, and I am the owner of Career Elevation, a dental-specific recruiting, retention, and education company. Just because I said dentistry doesn't mean that you need to click off just yet. This video is really going to help anybody in the interviewing process going forward. So today we're going to talk about how to turn no into a yes, or even maybes into yeses, or higher up on the scale or on the level. So when you are in the interview, if you have said something that maybe you shouldn't have said, where it's a potential red flag to them because you've looked through the job listing, you've done your due diligence, you've researched the company already, all of those things. If you feel as though you have slipped up and accidentally said something that's going to be a negative to them, and if you think that, let's say, for example, if the company said that they would really want 5 years of experience, but you only have 3 years of experience, again, this is going to be able to kind of help you turn from a no into a yes. So congratulations on getting the interview in the first place. This is where you can really flip the script and make it a better or more positive experience. So when you are in the interview, I have two different ways that you can kind of ask this question. One is, do you have any reservations at this time about me or my resume or my experience, just depending on how you want to phrase that. This is really going to allow the interviewer to reflect back on what you guys have already had a conversation about. If there are if you're talking to a recruiter, if you're talking to a hiring manager, now they may need to go to another person and check off all of the boxes and make sure that this is what the whole company needs, is you and your behaviors, your mannerisms. There's a lot more companies these days that are more leaning towards the fit of a person versus the experience of a person. And that is just simply due to COVID. That's why I have a retention program, and it is super important because people are shifting the way that they're thinking about the people who are going to be working in the practice. It's not just a warm body, it's not just a butt in a seat. It's really the right fit to make everybody in the practice happy. If everybody is happy, then the practice is happy, the money flows in, the customers or the clients, the patients, they are all happy and satisfied, and they will continue to come back. They will continue to refer their friends, and it just kind of perpetuates from there. So another way that you can phrase this question is there anything that is holding you back from hiring me today? Now, obviously, they might say something along the lines of, yes, well, we have other interviews scheduled, blah, blah, blah. But it's another way that you can ask it, especially if they've already told you that you are the last interview, or if they told you that you're the first interview, they might say, well, we have other candidates, or it's too good to be true. That's obviously a good thing for them to say. I've said that multiple times working with offices, so it very well could be, it's just too good to be true. So allow them to give you the feedback. Don't over explain, because I think that that can be a negative too. But if you happen to say something along the lines of, well, Saturdays are really difficult for me because XYZ. Well, maybe that's the only reservation that they have. And if you say to them, well, I really want to work with your company. I have done my due diligence. I've looked at your website. I have looked at the Facebook page. I've done as much research and background checking that I possibly can. And I think that this fit of a practice and all of your team members, I think that this is the best fit for me. I know obviously you have to think about this as well, but I think that this can be a really great fit. And if Saturdays, every other Saturday, or one Saturday a month, if that's the only thing that's holding you back, don't let it. I will be okay working those Saturdays. Now you can change that into Fridays or your one late work day per week, or whatever the case is. So obviously, kind of the ball is in our court a little bit right now as candidates, but keep in mind that without experience, because there's a lot of people looking for new team members for their practice or their company with no experience. So keep that in mind, that they're going to have a bigger talent pool if they are allowed or if they're able to find somebody without experience. Hopefully that makes sense. Another thing that you can do if you are submitting your resume and on whatever job board, as long as you have a messaging capability or if you can text them or call them, email them, whatever kind of information that they have, I would say probably just do it through the platform. I'd be a little hesitant to say do it outside of the platform just because it's a lot easier to do everything within the one platform that where you apply to. So if you have submitted your resume and let's say they are looking for somebody with 5 years of experience and you only have 3 years of experience, I would recommend submit your resume and also send a message at the same time and say, hey, I just submitted my resume. I wanted to see if there's anything else that you need from me going forward. I really am interested in this position because XYZ, because my friend used to work there and has said nothing but good things about the practice, because this is a new field that I want to get into, or whatever the case may be. Really kind of hype it up. Tell them why they need you in one sentence, maybe 2 sentences max. Don't do a whole page. If you do a whole page, that really should be converted into your cover letter, and that's a whole nother video, which I do have, so feel free to go check it out. You can also say in one sentence, these are the skills that I have done research on this position if you have no experience. These are the skills that I possess that I think or that I have done research on to allow me to do really well in this position, in this job, in this company, whatever the case may be. Those are 2 ways that you can turn your potential no or your potential maybe into a yes or into another interview, into some kind of a conversation. A lot of people are looking for personality. And so also keep in mind, if you're on the job hunt, if you will, I would recommend for you to answer the phone in a nice tone, no matter what is going on. I always answer the phone. Hi, this is Wendy. Keep that in mind, because if you answer the phone and you're like, yeah, people, that's not very friendly. I know that that the office is going to be catching you off guard, but on the other hand, they don't want to work with somebody who is just going to answer the phone. Yeah, that's not very nice. You want to work with good and nice team members. Maybe that's just how you are. That's how your attitude is. But if you want to get a job, this is kind of how you're going to have to do it. Hopefully you don't answer the phone and talk like that at work, to patients, to candidates, to clients, whatever the case is. So I hope that these few things have helped you today. If you have any other questions around interviewing or how to search for a job or resume tips, whatever you need, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'm happy to help you either address it in the comments or to make a whole new video about it. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and stay healthy.